In Unit 12, Section 3, we are talking about disjoint and overlapping events. So disjoint events are events that have no outcomes in common. Overlapping events have one or more outcomes in common. So the first thing we need to look at is how to identify whether something's disjoint or overlapping. So our first example says you roll a number cube, and the first event is that you roll a number greater than 3, and event B is that you roll a 1. 1 is not greater than 3, so you know that this is a disjoint event, meaning they don't have anything in common. There aren't any numbers greater than 3 that are also going to be a 1. For number 2, it says randomly draw a card from a 52 card deck. The first event is to draw a diamond. The second event is to draw an ace. There is an ace of diamonds, so this is an overlapping. These are overlapping events. You could have a diamond. There's also an ace. So when we work our way down, we need to look at how to find the probability of disjoint events and how to find the probability of overlapping events. So I put the definition and formula from the book, but if you have disjoint events, that means you're going to add the probability of one plus the probability of the other. So it says a bag of marbles contains 25 yellow marbles, 40 red marbles, 5 purple marbles, and 30 blue marbles. You randomly draw a marble from the bag. What is the probability that you draw a yellow or a purple? So there's 100 marbles total in here. These are disjoint events because you can't have a yellow marble that's also purple. So we're going to add the two probabilities together. So there are 25 yellow marbles out of 100 total marbles, and we're going to add to that the 5 purples out of 100 marbles. When we add that together, we get 30 over 100, which we need to simplify to 3/10. So the probability of these two disjoint events is 3/10. Now, if you look at the back side, we have the explanation and formula if we have overlapping events. So overlapping again means they have something in common. So that means we're going to add the first event to the second event, and then we're going to subtract the number that they have in common. So you randomly choose a number from 1 to 30. What is the probability that you choose a prime number or a number greater than 20? So first we need to look at how many prime numbers we have between 1 and 30. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and 29 are all prime numbers. So we have 11 total prime numbers. Then we need to know how many numbers we have that are greater than 20 from 1 to 30. So that's going to be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we'll have 10 of those. So the first thing we need to do is find the probability of event A. Event A is a prime number. So that's 11 over 30. That's the 11 prime numbers we have over the 30 total. Then we need to add to that the numbers that are greater than 20. There's 10 numbers greater than 20 out of 30 total numbers. Then we need to subtract the ones that are prime and greater than 20. So 23 and 29 are the only numbers that are greater than 20 and are also prime when we're going from 1 to 30. So we're going to subtract 2 of the 30 numbers from that. So 11 plus 10 is going to give me 21 over 30, and then I need to subtract 2 over 30, and I'll wind up with 19 over 30 as my probability. The last thing we're going to talk about are complementary events. So complementary events are going to be disjoint events. That's the first thing we need to know. They don't have anything in common. So they're disjoint events. And when you add these two disjoint events together, they're going to have a sum of 1. So basically, complementary events are something that happened and the complete opposite of it. So let's look at an example. It says you spin a spinner. The probability that you spin red is 1/3. What's the probability that you do not spin red? So the total probability is always 1, and we're going to subtract the 1/3 off of that. So basically, we're going to get 2/3. Okay. So 1/3 plus 2/3 is 1, so that's what makes them complementary events. You have one, and then you have the other. They add up to 1. All right, at the bottom, there's a couple review problems, just multiplying fractions. Make sure you complete those and show your notes to your teacher before you take the Unit 12, Section 3 check-in.